welcome to Info Nympho's episode on eyes. I've got this vandal who should get a Nobel Prize. Making eye contact with a gorilla is never wise. Horrors, King, Carpenter, and Peele all idolize. This guy used his missing eye to customize. But first, nobody wanted her because of her look of surprise. Eyes. This is Jubilee, the Siberian Husky. She was dropped off at a shelter because of her weird eyes. The breeder / hole said nobody would buy her. Jubilee has an eyelid deformity that makes her look like she's always surprised. She remained at the shelter for 2 years with no one adopting her. In a last-ditch effort, they went to Facebook and made a plea for someone to take her, and they received hundreds of offers to adopt. Aw, nobody was more surprised than Jubilee. Her new family has set up an account for her so you can check on how she is doing. It looks like she's having a great life. You're home now, Jubilee. You can stop being surprised. A fun game I like to play is this Jubilee or is it taxidermy? If you've lost an eye, you have several options. The first one is either witchcraft or voodoo, I'm not sure which. It's called tooth and eye surgery, or odonto keratoprosthesis, tooth and eye surgery. Basically, you remove a patient's canine tooth, shave it into a rectangle, drill a hole, stick in an optical lens, implant it in a patient's cheek. Wait a couple of months for the skin to grow over it, then plop the whole thing into your empty eye socket. Voila! They can see the great big world out of the little black circle in their brand new, beautiful pink eye. Secondly, Elon Musk says his Neuroalink will allow blind people to see again. One of their monkeys, I don't like that he called it one of their monkeys, has already had the visual implants for 3 years. Finally, and I think this is the only real choice, you can turn your eye socket into a flashlight, like this dude. He calls it his titanium skull lamp, and says it is perfect for reading in the dark. Why stop there? May I suggest the titanium skull laser pointer, titanium skull corkscrew, a toothpick, maybe even a screwdriver. Eyes. The crawling eye may seem like just another run-of-the-mill, crappy sci-fi movie from the 50s, but think again. It is a very special, crappy sci-fi from the 50s that inspired some of the biggest names in horror. Near a small Swiss town, large radiation clouds suddenly appear above the Alps. Anybody that gets too close is brutally murdered by a group of vicious, one-eyed aliens hiding in the clouds. Stephen King has said it was one of the scariest movies he saw when he was a kid, and the crawling eye creatures make an appearance in the climax of his novel It. John Carpenter has said that this film, with its monsters hidden in the clouds, was the inspiration for his film The Fog. You can't watch Jordan Peele's movie Nope without realizing the crawling eye was a big inspiration. Finally, Alien Earth introduced a new eye xenomorph that looks very familiar. I think a lot of horror movies could be improved with the addition of some eye creatures. Psycho, Jaws, Halloween, The Blair Witch Project, and even Rosemary's Baby. Eyes. Boquito is a super cool 400-pound silverback gorilla from a zoo in Rotterdam. One particular 57-year-old Dutch woman used to visit him 4 times a week because she said they had a special bond. She also used to make eye contact with Boquito, which is a no-no with gorillas. Zookeepers even warned her to stop. To a gorilla, it would be like Joe Pesci staring you down, threatening with his eyes that he was going to kill everybody you've ever loved.
Get the fuck out of here, Tommy.
You motherfucker, I almost had him.
Anyway, I think you can tell where this is going. One day, kids were throwing rocks at Boquito, and he lost it. He jumped a stone fence of his enclosure and somehow made it across the moat filled with water. Gorillas can't swim. He then made a beeline for the woman he had a special bond with and started dragging her around by her leg and biting her. Apparently, his mouth was covered in blood after biting her over 100 times. Don't worry, she ended up being okay, and she even said he was still her favorite. All the other zoo visitors tried to barricade themselves in the cafeteria, but Bokita just smashed through a window and injured 3 more people. Man, when I visit the zoo, the gorillas just sit there. After this incident, these awesome glasses were handed out at the zoo so as not to make eye contact with the gorillas. Unfortunately, they pissed Bokito off even more because he wanted to know what the f*** everybody was looking at. Eyes.
In Bend, Oregon, authorities are upset after someone put googly eyes on various sculptures in the city. Oh, come on, you're gonna get mad about that? It's fun.
The city officials were not amused, claiming that it cost $1,500 to remove the googly eyes and that some of the duct tape used to attach the offending eyes had damaged the sculptures. The citizens of Bend were less concerned. They liked the googly eyes and wished they'd been left on. Who was this mystery googly eye artist? What was the message they were trying to send? Were they the next Banksy? Nope, it was this dude, Jeff Keith. People with 2 first names are the worst. What was his motive? To make people smile. Disgusting. What if other people started doing this? Not so funny now, is it, Jeff? Or is it Keith?